All right, so this is a review of an ICE car from a Tesla owner. And it's a Buick SUV, and it has buttons everywhere. So we've got stuff up here. We've got an entertainment system. We've got a screen and analog system mix. We've got some buttons over here. We got buttons down there. We got buttons down there. We got some stuff here. We got something even on the side of the stick here. Then look at the steering wheel, more buttons. So that's the first thing. Blown away by all the buttons. All right, so let's look at some of the features of this in comparison with the Tesla. So it has a few features that are actually pretty good. It's got some lane assist feature, which I think uses a camera, which must be up in here. And this basically pulls you back into the lane. And it is smart enough to know that if I have the blinker on, then it won't engage and pull me back to the center. But more about that functionality a little bit later. So let's see what else we got here. We've got an interesting display. And when I look at this display, I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 indicators of various information. First one, RPMs. It seems like a type of thing that's nice, but, show me when I have a problem, right? Same with the temperature gauge. There it is climbing up. Is that front of mind kind of information, like right in front of you? It is when you need it, but, like if you got a digital display, tell me when I need to know. Tell me when there's an anomaly. Okay, so then we got the speed gauge, which I gotta say is pretty decent. It's got a fair bit of information. So let's cycle through. There we got the double mileage. If you want your miles, you got your miles in a big center ring, or you have your dial out to the side. So if you cycle down, we get our trip A and fuel economy, trip B, fuel economy, and average speed. Here's our current range. So it looks like I have 86 miles left. Instant fuel economy, this is just widely varying based on how fast I'm going. I'm not sure how useful that is. All right, next information bit. Remaining oil life. Now I like that. Get me in the habit of changing out that oil. Obviously, on a Tesla, we don't need this, but hey, for a nice car, that's kind of nice. Tire pressure sensor. I didn't expect that to be on this car. And sure enough, there it is. And I've got one tire that needs to have a little bit of air removed because it's a newer tire thanks to a flat we encountered. This is the speed sign, and I think it does this with cameras. It looks for speed limit signs and then it communicates it to this location. I mean, unless it's doing it with some other GPS, but I think it's just using the camera, and it works pretty good. It shows up at appropriate times. Follow distance. This is something kind of neat. Now, Tesla does not have this. This tells you when you're driving right behind a car on a highway, it tells you how far away you are in seconds, not distance, so seconds. So that lets you know that if you're getting a little too close and your reaction time's not that good. So that's good. That's built into a Tesla in the form of beeping, but this is actually a little bit of quantitative information in terms of seconds. All right, what do we got here? The next one is blank. Then we have the old volts, battery volts, which both of these inside gauges are digital, and then the outside gauges are analog, which is interesting. I think just a design choice. Again, the volts, tell me when I need to know. Otherwise, depreciate that information. It's not, it's clutter until I need it. We also got another temperature gauge. Oh, we got an oil temperature and I guess an engine temperature. I'm not sure. We got 2 temperature gauges. And of course, the gas gauge. Tesla has a similar concept with battery and range. So that's, of course, front and center, need to know information. All right, so what else we got here? The thing that I like, and I like the tire pressure, but we have that. The follow distance Tesla does not have, and not exactly. But this direction, just the down below here, we see west. We're going west. It just tells us which direction we're headed. Simple to integrate, huge win. That is so smart. You see we're going west right now. Yeah, why not? Just digital compass. Then let's look around what else we got here. So now we got our entertainment system over here. 6 buttons, 2 dials, 2 buttons on the dials. Whew. Just the volume is here on the steering wheel as it should be. A little toggle up and down. Not a roll button like the Tesla. Just every time you click it up, it goes up 1 notch. So you want it up 20 levels, 20 clicks. We got the time here in digital, and we got the time here in analog. What great redundancy, I guess. What I find crazy is that way over here, kind of when you're starting to get into the passengers area, is a huge toggle for turning on and off that lane assist. Well, why way over there? What? There's an old one. I'm sure he's got more problems than us. All right, here we go. So let's try out this lane assist, and we'll notice it's quite funny after having used a Tesla. So I'm gonna let the car drift here. We're drifting over. There, it just brought me back. So it's bringing me back to center. So that's nice of it. Okay, great. Oh, but now we're heading over to the right area. Oh, okay, thank you. You brought me back. You can see the light going on here. We're green, we're in center. Yellow, brought it back. Okay, bring me back. Thank you. And whoa, okay, so now what you notice here is we're starting to swing from edge to edge a little more aggressively, and now we're just weaving down the highway. I mean, so this is not meant to be a self-driving replacement. It's just kind of a, hey, you might have fallen asleep, and let's just keep you in the lane. All right, so then another little, I've just not been able to figure out the cruise control here. Over here, we got some buttons. We got like down for steering wheel heat. We've got up for some kind of collision alert. That shows up there. When I press down, nothing shows up on the screen, but when I press up, it does. This turns on what looks like a cruise control, but I think then I have to go down here to set it. I don't know. Down here, we got another little anomaly. Okay, so look at all the buttons you have there. You got buttons for fan, buttons for different parts of the air control, flow control. Oh, but you want heat up or down? Oh, you got to touch a screen here. Okay, that's really consistent design. Oh, at least there's a little light telling me my heater's on, so that's good. And now you see the 65 miles an hour, which is interesting that it says 65 right there when clearly up here you guys can see it says 70. So let's see, did it pick it up? No. So I'm gonna guess it's not using the camera. It's using some kind of GPS awareness that it doesn't realize we are actually in a 70-mile zone and this is sitting at 65. All right, so then we got some rando button down here. I mean, what is that? Traction control, all-wheel drive off. Here's another one, guys. Here, this is just okay. So I can digitally, with the press of a button, lock all 4 doors. Activate 4 locking mechanism on all 4 doors. Right? Boom, 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 boom. 4 doors. Yet we're not pressing a button to open the door. Like, I'm manually engaging a door lock. The door lock's okay, but the handle's not. Does that make any sense? The other thing that really gets me is it's a 3-step process to leave this car when you get somewhere. So, step 1, I have to put it in park. Step 2, I have to come down here and press this button here, which is the start-stop button. And then step 3 is I have to press the button on here to actually lock the car. Now the car's smart enough to know if I leave the key in it and walk away, it'll make 3 beep sounds, not nice chimes, but actual horn horn beeps, which are pretty annoying. But it's smart enough to know that I'm walking away without my key. You just couldn't go the extra step and lock the car for me? Like, no? Okay. I mean, you know I'm leaving without the key, but... okay. Otherwise, let's just have a quick look around the cabin. We've got some features down there. I mean, it's a comfy ride. There's a few things. Let me tell you the things I like better about it than the Tesla. I do like the simplicity of the stay-in lane. There's not a lot of thought behind that, where you got to put in a little more effort to understanding the Tesla lane assisting. I like the turning radius. My Tesla just doesn't turn as tight, get into parking spots as nice. The ride is kind of more comfortable for America's aging infrastructure, so this is probably a little softer ride. I do like that. That's it. That's my review of an ICE car after driving a Tesla Model Y Performance for 1 year and kind of getting used to it. Pretty much only exclusively driving that. We don't have a second ICE car, so there you go. Hope that was slightly informative and useful.